is Gina Leccio of Selfless Esteem, in which you find peace and joy by focusing less on ourselves and more on the love of God. Today's episode is about caring for aging parents. But first, for all my faithful listeners, I appreciate you, and I want to let you know that I'm going to decrease the frequency of episodes to monthly so that I can focus on some other projects. And in case anyone needs to hear this, although I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It's not a substitute for medical or mental health diagnosis, advice, or treatment. Consult with your physician or qualified mental health professional regarding any concerns or questions you may have about your health and well-being. Someone writes, Dear Selfless Esteem, I'm losing patience with my elderly mother. I've been taking care of her and she's so stubborn. My brothers and sisters can't help because they live out of state. She really gets on my nerves. Signed, Beyond Burnout. Well, beyond burnout, how kind of you to take care of your mother. Exodus 20:12 says, Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land which the Lord your God gives you. You're obeying God's command regardless of your emotions. However, taking care of others requires so much energy that it can become exhausting. Furthermore, a stressed out caregiver is a risk factor of elder abuse. I commend you on being aware of your stress level and reaching out. Here are 3 ways to prevent losing your patience. First, build a support system. Burnout manifests when a caregiver takes on more work than one person can handle. This is a sign to elicit more team members. A geriatric case manager can make referrals, coordinate medical appointments, arrange for respite care, and more. The care manager could even act as a liaison between you and your siblings by addressing concerns and creating short and long-term care plans. Hopefully, you're in close communication with your mother's physician. Ask about any referrals to specialists for further assessment and potential services such as an occupational therapist or psychiatrist. It could be time to hire an aide. If your mother's homebound, she may qualify for financial assistance through Medicare. The U.S. government has a benefit finder for all kinds of financial assistance and services for all age groups, including seniors. Also, the National Council on Aging has information on the following: benefits, resources, home safety, and money management. And the geriatric care manager can also identify resources. Secondly, examine your expectations. What can you realistically expect of your mom considering any diagnoses, limitations, and side effects for medications? Having reasonable expectations can somewhat decrease the situation from getting on your nerves, as you say. Still, the problems exist and must be tended to. I recommend that you request the geriatric care manager to arrange an assessment of your mother's home, or your home if she lives with you, for any hazards. Creating the safest environment possible will reduce some anxiety. Also, examine the expectations of yourself. Do you expect yourself to do everything? That's impossible. Consider asking close friends and neighbors for help with caregiving-related duties, such as being your mother's companion for a few hours while you take a break, or ask them to do other tasks, such as running errands. Third, take care of yourself. Be sure to take some time for self-care every day. Even something small like a cup of aromatic tea can provide some rejuvenation. You may benefit from a competent therapist in which you can express your thoughts and feelings confidentially. Journaling is another good outlet. Support groups are especially effective because it's comforting to know that you're not alone and to listen to others discuss how they cope. A Place for Moms suggests 22 best caregiver support groups online and in person. There's even one for any caregivers of narcissistic family members, and you can find that on the website of A Place for Mom. Lastly, tell God all about your frustrations and ask Him for help. Psalm 138:3 says, In the day that I called, you answered me. You encouraged me with strength in my soul. And Psalm 136 reminds us repeatedly of God's everlasting love. He's a great listener and helper. And if you'd like online therapy in Texas, California, and or Louisiana, contact me for a free 10-minute consultation to see if I'm the therapist that would be best suited for you. And if you'd like to ask a question about a life stressor you're facing, your question and the answer could be featured in a blog post, podcast episode, and YouTube video.